doesn't. We've had a couple little stream issues. There we go. Everything seems to be back up and running. For those who may have missed the back of Saha's closet, we did have find the bow and arrow. Her first logical of that is why TDG is headed into the Eastern Palace. Yes, that was the only thing in the back of the closet. It was the bow. So. I mean, doesn't necessarily mean that Bowser was wrong in going to Aga. Unfortunately, that won't have the mirror to be able to go, you know, to be able to go pick up that bow out of Eastern. It was in Saha's closet. Get 10 arrows. And we do have Dr. Bowser just about ready to get into the Aga fight. Alright, TDG headed to the back, gambling that the last item is on the Armos Knights. Only 2 items on TDG side. This is a 50-50 gamble. This is going to be our 3rd and final item. I like this play though. You know, there's just the time to go back if this is the right play. Unfortunately, it is not. We do get just that compass there, but we do get our first crystal on TDG side at 20 minutes 30 seconds. Get a nice Aga takedown after 5 blue balls on Dr. Bowser's side. TDG. Oh, that was fast. So it's red at Skullwoods, yellow at Swamp, Green Palace Swamp. Okay. Thank you to all people who have much faster eyes than mine have become being able to catch those gap checks. We do have TDG making the climb. Yes, okay, very well could be the answer. But we have Bombo, single arrow, 50 rupees, and 20 rupees in Hype Cave. God. Alright, let's see what Stumpy has for us. Just some bombs.
First bottle on Agina, indeed. As we see the game on Dr. Bowser's side, as TDG is making that climb up the castle tower. And we get our second bottle. This one with the B in it. And that is Dr. Bowser's first bottle. And Bowser headed back to the Dark World portal. As Daddy Gamers gets ready to face Agina 1. Bowser's using that hook shot, getting ready to make his way across the North Dark World checks. And we have on bumper, okay today, just a heart container. Let's see what's in C-shaped house. Just a piece of heart. Bowser getting rid of that bee, grabbing a red potion. TDG getting his snap check in the Dark World, getting that knowledge. As he heads straight to pods. Since with that bow, it is clearable for him. Unfortunate death on Dr. Bowser. Alright, let's see where he tries to go after that death. See if he tries just to go back to the Village of Outcasts, or he maybe chooses pods since he's already made the choice to go back into the Dark World. It does look like he is headed back to the Village of Outcasts and Thieves Town area. No bow-locked pod today, as TDG does find our first key. Bo was in Saha's closet. Red 20 of the first check in Thieves Town. And try to keep up with both
screens to me and my wonderful tracker Kanto. Sure, we can do it. Get our first glove in Thief Town. With another small key in the front of Pod. Our ice rod in the basement of Pod. Yeah, so no ice rod hunt today. Get our compass. TDG is using the music of Shantae. That's what his sprite is, and that is the music MSU that we are listening to on his side. And another small key on TDG side, and our map. Alright. Got new checks from both runners. One of the biggest route divergence here is that TDG checked Sauce Closet, picked up that bow, putting both Eastern and Pod into logic. Did Eastern before the egg climb. Excuse me. And now is in Pod, getting ready to finish that out as well. There's our big key on Pod. Checking Harmless Hellway. And today we just get a compass. You can see Dr. Bowser headed into the basement of Thieves Town. Master Sword on TDG side from Dark Maze. And our big key chest, just a piece of heart today. Full heart container on TDG side. And secretly, Silver saying, you know, the pod play hasn't played out. You know, we did get the Master Sword, but regardless, this is a required dungeon. So it's wasn't a bad play, but by any means, since he already had the bow. Oh yeah, it's true. We also did get Ice Rod here. That is a good point. And we have blind down on Dr. Bowser's side for his first crystal at 31 minutes and 31 seconds. Oh, you're not wrong, Silver. But again, you know, this isn't a bad play because it's required and because we already had everything we needed to complete it. You know, Dr. Bowser looks like he's headed to Skull Woods. See how much of this pendant dungeon that he chooses to do, looking for progression. As TDG is headed to the Helm of Sword King. Just the compass in the first chest of Skull Woods. Small key in the front of Skullwoods. As TDG gets ready to head into the Helmsor King fight. Another big 300 on Dr. Bowser's side. And another small key. Nice spin speed there on TDG's side. And Helmsor King is down. It'll be TDG's second crystal, just short of 34 minutes, and just 10 arrows on the Helmsor King today. Oh, I thought I saw spin speed. My bad.
You're safe now.
10 arrows in the back of Skullwoods, and Dr. Bowser will choose to save and quit. Guessing with this loadout starting at Sanctuary, guessing he'll be headed to the mountain. Okay, let's see where TDG decides to head now. Looks like they're going to be making their way across the North Dark World checks into the Village of Outcasts. So we see TDG doing checks. Dr. Bowser's already checked. You will get some new checks on Dr. Bowser's side. Old man just has 10 arrows today. Dr. Bowser getting dead rocked a little bit there. You get 10 arrows on the top of Spectacle Rock. And just a blue rupee inside Spectacle Rock. Alright, we'll head to East Death Mountain. Dr. Bowser got hardcore dead rock with that bounce. Makes quick use of that cape, make sure it doesn't happen again. I mean, it doesn't take any more damage there. Got our first shield and 20 rupees. As TDG makes his way into Thieves Town. Get to full heart container, bombs. There's our mirror, Dr. Bowser's side. 50 rupees, and our mitts. The mountain is full of the goods today. Alright, let's see what's on Floating Island here. Just some bombs. Dr. Bowser are going to go ahead and open up Dark Death Mountain with that mirror. A good play, get the knowledge of where stuff is. We do have Quake for TR, and he's going to go ahead and open that. all we can do there at this point. We'll see. Hookshot Cave here. CDG is making his way through the back of Thieves Town. Second shield. 50 rupees. Ether. And a heart piece. So now we don't need to worry about what Mystery Mire is, as we can open it no matter what. Running gives us 20 rupees and 20 rupees. As Dr. Bowser heads over to the Tower of Hera. Just our map there for check number 1. Our treasure chest has our big key. And we're going to see Dr. Bowser set up your pot here. Very well done. Big chest gives us 300 rupees. Our first item. So we will have an item in the basement. Since we have both map and compass now. So we get our blind fight on TDG side. And Moldorm fight from Dr. Bowser. We do have blind down on TDG's side for his third crystal at 48 minutes and 45 seconds. We have crystal number 2 for Dr. Bowser at 40 minutes and 55 seconds.
You're safe now.
Yeah, we did get an item there. We don't, and the small key is locked by itself. So no have to worry about coming back or worrying about that location item. TDG heading up the mountain. Alright, let's see where Dr. Bowser heads next. As SCG has made it up to the mountain and starting to do our mountain checks. We're checking Dr. Bowser, checking Sick Kid. Getting that bottle turn in. just for 10 arrows. Back to the Dark World and see where he heads from here, as TDG is in Paradox, getting his checks done. Yep. And on Bowser's side, we are going to see him doing Smith Chain. Let me check here with Hammer Pegs. And TDG grabbing his meds. Alright, let's see what the Smith has for us this time. Just a full heart container. Does put Dr. Bowser up to 10 hearts. Takes out that purple chest, and we'll start wandering around with it, going to check K45, and before turning it in. Just bombs in K45 today. As TDG makes his way to Super Bunny Cave to get his rupees that we know are waiting there for him. Oh, and that is big on Dr. Bowser's side. Purple chest having Arcane of Samaria. And Dr. Bowser headed straight into Swamp Palace. Even though this is a pendant swamp, because he doesn't have the bow and arrow, makes the most sense. One of the most item dense locations that he has. I believe Bombos was in Hype Cave, Kyoto. And TDG has not been over to Hype Cave yet. We got our first check in Swamp Palace, just some bombs. TDG setting up his hair pot. Get Specky clip on Dr. Bowser's side. Very nicely done. As TDG heads up to take on Moldorm. Dr. Bowser setting up for left side swamp. TDG getting bullied on his side by Moldorm. Fell down the middle hole, down 2 floors, unlucky. With the compass on Bowser's side. And our third sword, which is going to be his master sword, but it's our third sword look. And he gets past Moldorm, gets those bombs, gets the knowledge that the small key is locked by itself, and we won't have to do the basement today.
You're safe now.
That's also their 4th crystal. Headed back to the east side of the mountain, guessing to check a spiral cave. The arcane, of course, is required today. So we do need to defeat Misery Mire. We got our big key and our map there on Bowser's side. And he's immediately going to go out and go back and check that big key chest. And see where TDG is headed on his side. Oh, I wonder if he is going to Spike Cave because of where he left that portal. Yep. Not a bad play. We did see earlier that Spike Cave was the deciding factor in one of these tiebreaker races. Get bombs on Dr. Bowser's side. And Spike Cave is just a heart container. Alright. Let's see what Argus has for us today on Dr. Bowser's side. And we will see where TDG is headed next. If you're a fan of TDG, you're hoping that he's headed towards the Smith chain. If you're a fan of Dr. Bowser, you're hoping that he's headed somewhere else. And give Dr. Bowser a chance to kind of make up a little bit of time here. Another big 300 and King's Tomb. Nice fire rod shots on Dr. Bowser's side, and Argus is down. Just for a little bit of love. That is our green pendant. Oh, getting the bottle turn in on TDG side. The Bowser's making that pot Eastern play, so he'll get his bow here. TDG heading to that dig game before thinking about picking up the Smith. My wife did just come in and tell me that the storm in our area is getting pretty bad. So hopefully we won't have any issues, but just in case I disappear, that's what's going on. Yeah, Swamp Boy's empty except for Sword. So more than likely, we will not be seeing Butter Sword on TDG side. Yeah, thank you, Kanto. Yeah, I'll be here unless my power goes out. It's been happening a little bit more often with these storms in my area lately, but that's why I just wanted to give you and all of our wonderful viewers the heads up here if something does happen. Dr. Bowser, and working his way through pod after grabbing that bow and arrow or bow from the back of Saw's closet. And then TDG is doing Smith Chain, following that logic that Dr. Bowser had followed earlier. Oh, TDG will be picking up his cane. And as chat points out, more than likely we'll be headed back up the mountain once that cane's in hand, as Turtle Rock will become a clearable dungeon. Dr. Bowser heading towards the back of House of Darkness. Oh, yep. Now, even with my fairly noise canceling headphones, I can hear that storm outside my house, so that's fine. Oh, yeah, you're hearing the dogs. Is Ocarina Go mode? Yes, at this point, Ocarina is going to be our Go mode item. For TDG, we don't know what the Meyer Pendant is yet. We do know where Bombos is, which is where TDG is going to get right now in Hype Cave. Yes, at this point, with 2 swords, all our medallions, fire rod, ice rod, we are just looking for that flute. Dr. Bowser getting his tempered sword on his side since he went through Swap Palace and got his master sword there. If it does come down to spin to win, then Dr. Bowser is going to have a bit of an easier time on it than TDG. TDG going back to the light world with saving quit to start at mountain. as Dr. Bowser makes his way to Helmut's Working. Bedrock's trying to play with TDG just like they did with Dr. Bowser earlier. Let's manage to get around him. TDG for getting it already opened. Turtle Rock. And into Turtle Rock we go. And let's see what our first check is. A small key. As Dr. Bowser gets past Helmut's King for his crystal. That is crystal number 3 on Dr. Bowser's side. As he mirrors straight into Eastern, start working his way towards his 4th crystal. TDG taking an unfortunate fall and just stepped on that platform a couple frames too soon. Dr. Bowser picking up his red mail. Just bombs and lava chests on TDG side. Hoping he didn't have to go for that big key chest, but that is going to be more than... Let's see if he goes for it. Or just decides to skip it. And yes, Kanto is dropping some links in chat at this hour mark. Take this opportunity to go drop both of these fabulous runners follows for more amazing Zelda content. Also, big thank you to Kanto for tracking tonight. Please drop him a follow as well. We could not do all of this without our wonderful trackers. Getting Mimic Cave on TDG side as Dr. Bowser is cleaning up Eastern. And that's going to be Dr. Bowser's 4th crystal. So looking at the loadouts between the two runners, you know, Swamp Palace, Sword gives that sword advantage to Dr. Bowser, but otherwise, we've done all the same checks, and Dr. Bowser's about half a TR behind, maybe a little bit more. But super close race right now between these two runners. At this point, execution and GT routing can very well be a big decider as to who wins this race and takes Group S. As Dr. Bowser's making his way up into Turtle Rock. TDG headed to Laser Bridge to get that final key. First check. I'm still looking for that flute, so we are gonna go down and check the rest of these. Big heart container. Gonna set up safety door for himself. Bright-Eyed, there are still some races left to be done in groups, but we are getting to the end of groups. The hope was that this would be the final weekend for groups, and so that's why we're running these races that we've had today on SpeedGaming channels have been tiebreakers to determine who's first and second in each of our groups. It's a tiebreaker for first for Group S. We have quite a number of groups playing and players this tournament, so I don't see any others on the schedule right now for SpeedGaming, but we do have a few more races tomorrow with potential on SpeedGaming right now. Yeah, we are right at the end of groups, and once we get through this and get everything reseeded, then we will be able to start our brackets. Not S tier runners. Groups are A through Z, and then A through A Q. So this is Group S. But these are both of these runners are tied at 5-1 in their group, having each defeated each other once. And so that is why they are playing one more time tonight to decide who gets first and who gets second in their group standings. And we've got some calls for flute on pedestal. We don't have that book yet, so we don't know. We would need to for flute to be on pedestal, we will need to find that book so that we can get into desert. As Trinex is down on TDG side for their 5th crystal. Alright, so they have their tempered sword, so that means that Dr. Bowser is going to be getting gold sword. So the sword advantage really is not very big at this point. Then, the difference between tempered and gold sword, much closer than the difference between Master Sword and Tempered Sword. Alright, let's see where TDG decides to go next. It looks like he will be dipping into Pendant Ice Palace. And at this point, Flute would give us go mode, or Boko at least would open up one more crystal dungeon and would open up our pyramid fairy check. First check, we get a heart container. That puts TDG on 14. 14 hearts, and red mail definitely feeling comfortable. TDG setting up icebreaker. Back to Bowser learning. Besides that key, a little bit of hearts. There's nothing on Laser Bridge as he heads to his Trinex fight. There's our flute. There is go mode at 1 hour, 9 minutes, and 50 seconds on TDG side. You see that immediate mirror out, mirror to light world, save and quit. And we head to the village to get that flute activated. So we see Dr. Bowser cleaning up the Trinex fight. We get our first flute on TDG side. Alright, let's see where Dr. Bowser chooses to head next. Is they pick up their 5th crystal. And it was Quake entrance for both TR and Misery Mire today. Dr. Bowser heading to Spike Cave, which we had seen on TDG side earlier. And that's just we know that's just a full heart container. Say catfish check on Dr. Bowser's side. That's what I'm thinking. Unfortunately, we know that's not the right call. Just that small key there. Second small key. Dr. Bowser might coming over to check King's Tomb and probably Graveyard Ledge. We get a Godmire on TDG side. As we see what Graveyard Ledge has for us today. Just another bottle. TDG making nice work of their way through Misery Mire, as Dr. Bowser is now going to make that catfish check. And on TDG side, we have Demetrius quick killed, and that is crystal number 6. As we have Dr. Bowser heading into Ice Palace, where we know he'll get his flute for go mode.
You're safe now.
TDG heads into Desert Palace. Dr. Bowser grabs that full heart container. There's TDG's big key. And at this point, we won't be checking any more treasure chests, just heading straight to the back to pick up our 7th and final crystal. Get a nice icebreaker on Dr. Bowser's side. He gets his big key. He grabs his food at 1 hour, 16 minutes, and 28 seconds. About 6.5 minutes behind on go moding. He'll do his save and quit. Run and get that flute activated. As we do see TDG fighting Lenmola, picking up his 7th and final crystal of the game. And we start to see numbers appear in chat. So for those who aren't familiar, the numbers that are showing up in chat is our Ganon's Tower Big Key guessing game. There are 22 locations that big key can be. So numbers from 1 to 22, and whoever gets closest without going over will win a wonderful prize, being a lifetime supply of rando seeds, just like this one, from a link to from ALTTPR.com. Some 2s, a bunch of numbers in the teens, 9. I always say number 8. So Dr. Bowser is entering Misery Mire. Even an excellent race by both of these runners. Execution wise, they've both been very much on point. You know, Dr. Bowser made the gamble to go into Pendant Swamp, which only ended up being a sword. The big route divergence was early with TDG checking Saha's closet and getting that bow and being able to clear Eastern before the Egg Tower fight, and then being able to clear Pod out right after that. And that's been pretty much about the route divergence. Dr. Bowser did some extra checks before going into Ice Palace. All right, number 2. So that was a fast big key. I do believe we had somebody who said number 2. Yes, Darth Wingnut. Congratulations, you are our winner of the GT Big Key guessing game today. Second check to. Oh yeah. I suppose we have had crazy fast keys today. Now, of course, the question becomes, what will Bowser say when he tells us where our silvers were for our other bow? Were they just in the tower, in the basement? Were they in back of Skull Woods? Are they in the rest of Ice Palace that we never saw? Or was there a random overall check that we had not seen yet? As TDG makes his way through the gauntlet, we get crystal number 6 on Dr. Bowser's side. As he heads into Desert Palace. Alright, end of that gauntlet for TDG. He is headed on to Landmola 2. No half magic, so wanting to conserve that magic for spots later on in the climb. Half magic, the one safety item that I'm sure our runners are missing, especially knowing that they're going to have to spend to win. But we do have a couple opportunities for full magic refills on the climb, as Dr. Bowser did get his big key and is headed towards the back of Desert Palace. TDG getting that big magic refill in Laser Eye Room. Being able to light these torches. As Dr. Bowser taking on Landmola 1. Getting his 7th and final crystal. Last full metric refill onto Moldorm 2. Two slashes, and we're done. Not even bothering to check validation chest. See if there was half magic or slivers there. about the only things that our runners could really use at this point. As we head into AGA to fight on TDG side. That might have been a triple. That one, that was hard to tell if that was a single or a double. In the end, yeah, it did look like that second one was going to be a double and that first one was triple. So very nice 3, 2, 1. And we are on to Ganon. Start our slashes. Didn't quite get that one cycle there. Should have gotten in phase 2 here. Yep. As Dr. Bowser enters Ganon's tower. And we know that the big key is in Hope Room. Unfortunately, he does go left first. Big heart on Torch. As we see TDG continuing all those slashes needed. We are on phase 3 of Ganon. Compass. There's our half magic on Dr. Bowser's side. Small keys as Bowser not wanting to sit still long enough to take a sword slash on TDG side. Dr. Bowser getting his big key. Grabbing one more chest. Getting that extra small key. And finally Bowser is tired of warping around and taking the hits. Arrows in Light World. Trying to remember, or could have been Checkerboard Cave. Yanto counted 12 warps there before between slashes 1 and 2. Did get the torch glitch. Nice. Triples here. Those GGs in chat for the Daddy Gamer, as he does, all he has to do is cross the bridge and he will take this game and take first place in group. We do have an official race time of 1 hour, 27 minutes, and 29 seconds. As we see Bowser making the gauntlet climb. He's halfway through at Lionel 2, making good time. Definitely seems to have made up some time here. Unfortunately, it's just too far behind to matter at the end. watch Dr. Bowser finish it out, and then we'll see if the runner wants to come and join us for chat. Bowser making work of this. 15 hearts, red nail, half magic. Definitely no worries on his side about being able to finish this climb and Bowser fight out. Gold sword. The only thing that he is missing is silvers. As Dr. Bowser hits Goldorm 2. Nice. Fast Goldorm 2 fight there. Validation fast run is validated with just a heart piece. As Dr. Bowser heads into our Ega 2 fight. Unfortunately, does just get the single there. Nice double. Last hit on Ega 2, and he is down. We have the Daddy Gamers getting ready to join us in chat as Dr. Bowser drops into Ganon. Welcome on in, Daddy Gamers. GG.
GG's, thank you.
We have Dr. Bowser on phase 2, quickly through phase 2, and on to phase 3. So, Dr. Bowser did Swamp Palace, and that's where the last sword was. So he is actually sitting on Butter Sword headed against Ganon.
Ah, okay.
And then he went left side first in Ganon's tower, and that's the Southwest room had half magic, so he also has half magic.
Oh, wow. So, easy Ganon fight.
Yeah. Once he stops warping around, I think our tracker counted 12 warps between 1 and 2, so
Jeez.
definitely not feeling. Yes, we are.
Did Bowser find light silvers? It said they were in the light world.
Yeah, nope. Bowser didn't find them. Wasn't too many light world checks that we missed. I'm wondering, like, my best guess is Checkerboard Cave.
I was gonna say it was either that or a graveyard ledge because I didn't do that.
Could have been Graveyard. It wasn't Graveyard Ledge. We saw that, but it could have also been the tablets because neither of you found the book.
Ah, true.
So yeah, there wasn't too many places it could be though. Between the two of you, we saw most. Yeah, he checked Graveyard Ledge. At the end, yeah, the big difference is where you went to Saha's closet first before rushing Ega, and he didn't. That gave you that early advantage having that bow. And then he took an unfortunate death. He was in the Village of Outcasts. And took a death and ended up walking all the way back around to get back into Thieves Town.
Ooh.
So, but yeah, it was a great run. Let's see. So yeah, what made you choose after your 5th crystal? What made you choose Ice Palace?
So early on when I saw, I got flips early, and then when I saw mitts on the mountain, before I had bombos, I thought, okay, fire rod, like this looks like Ice Palace dip might be required. In fact, I actually thought about doing it before Turtle Rock because I thought that would save me a trip up the mountain. And I'm looking at my tracker, I'm thinking that's so stupid. Like Flute's gonna be on Laser Bridge, like just go do the crystal. And when it wasn't, my mind just kept going back to Ice Palace for some reason. I know Swamp was in Logic too, but something about that fire rod and the flippers, like I almost did Skull Woods, and the flippers kind of pulled me away from Skull Woods. So I've been burned by Ice Palace, and I also think I would say Dr. Bowser on average his execution is better than mine. So you know what they say, if you feel like you might be a little behind, do something different. And I figured my opponent would go for Swamp, so I said everything pushed me towards Ice Palace. If it's there, I win. If it's not, I lose. Was kind of my thinking.
Yeah, and we do have Dr. Bowser joining us for questions and commentary post race. So GG's Dr. Bowser and welcome in.
GG's.
Well played, TDG. And,
Thank you.
Yeah, you called it. I definitely went for Swamp. I actually went for that pretty early.
So I heard that I found the bow in Saha's closet before I did Aga. So I did Eastern and Pod really quickly. I'm assuming you rushed Aga. How long before you made your way over to the Eastern area?
It was right after Swamp.
Oh, jeez.
That green pendant. Well, okay, so the seed, it kind of felt like it was baiting me into these gambles. Like the Aga was requirement was kind of being broadcast, even though I only needed like just a glove to avoid it. But I still did that super early, and then coming back around, it's like, all right, I've got everything I need for Swamp, and I just got the red cane off of purple chest, so this at least wasn't a complete waste. So let's do another one. And got nothing but a sword out of it, but I don't know. It was a fun gamble. I think I'd do it again.
Yeah, so when I was debating the Aga play, I thought, let me just check Saha's closet for that glove. And if there was nothing there, I wasn't gonna dip Eastern. I was just gonna go do Aga. And when I got the bow, it was, well, all right, I guess I'll do Eastern since I'm here.
Yeah, you kind of have to at that point.
Yeah.
I didn't actually remember. Where did he say silvers were hiding?
He just said the light world.
Light world. So
we go ahead.
Yeah, so we figured Checkerboard Cave. Neither of you found the book, so it could have been on one of those locations. Yeah, there's not a lot of other slots that could have been, because between the two of you checked most of the world. So
I guess it could have been on Dig Spot. We didn't find the shovel.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or the mushroom. I didn't find the mushroom.
No, neither of you found the mushroom.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess there were more than a few spots, but yeah.
Yeah, I saw from the credits it wasn't Ped, and I was feeling a little bad about ignoring Agina the whole time, so I guess it wasn't him if you checked him.
I did check Agina pretty early. It was junk.
Yeah, that was our first divergence right after you both went to the dam. TDG went to Agina and Dr. Bowser didn't. So that was, but after the race this morning, if either of you watched that, not a surprise that might be in the back of your mind, because that was Hammer and last location in an earlier race today. So.
Oof. Yeah, I don't know if you saw at one point, I definitely mistracked the red crystals. I went into the house and I'm like, where's the bomb? Because I accidentally marked Tower of Hera as red instead of my desert. So when I did my Dark World loop, I thought, all right, well, I'll finish up with the pyramid, and then I'll go to I'll see where it takes me, and I found the cane. was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna do TR. Let me just mirror and do this red bomb real fast. This will be nice and easy since I've done AGA. I walk into the house, I'm like, where's the freaking bomb? I'm like, what's going on here? And then of course, I hit my sub menu and I saw the one crystal. I thought, all right, I mistracked something, and fortunately, it didn't burn me.
Yeah, well, I'd wondered why you had wandered in there, but yeah, it makes sense that you had mistracked. So.
Yeah.
But overall,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's kind of nice. I liked some of the early, the early fire rod and hook shot. They don't unlock a lot, but they, at least not right away, but they're definitely nice to have, and just kind of made the whole run feel pretty smooth. Aside from, I think I had that one death at Village of Outcasts was just me kind of being dumb. I literally bought a red potion and then walked into a ghost.
Ouch. Oh, question for you. How early did you do the mountain after you found the first glove?
I did Skull Woods, and then I think the mountain was right after that, and just the front of Skull Woods because I got both items.
Okay, so Skull Woods.
Yeah, I was hoping, like, I was gonna do my best to find a bow before going over to Eastern and Pod.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the plan was do the mountain, and then I was debating one or both of the other pendants, but yeah, after realizing the swamp was a green pen, it was like, all right, fine, we'll make our way over to Eastern and Pod now.
Okay. Yeah, I pretty much beelined it after finishing Thieves Town, because I did Village of Outcasts, got the glove. Actually, I don't. Yeah, I didn't even finish the southern route. I just gambled that there was going to be something else up there, whether it was the mirror, the mitts, and it turns out it was like everything. It was the mirror, the mitts, something else was up there. It wasn't. Oh no, maybe that was it. Maybe that was it.
Yeah, I know.
Ice Rod showed up somewhere along the way. That might have been up there.
I felt like I got Ice Rod out of a dungeon. I don't remember. I got it early. I remember it was early though.
Yeah.
So it was out of the way. So yeah.
All right. Well, both of you, congratulations on not only today, but making your way into brackets. So look forward to seeing both of you in the bracket rounds for this Link to the Past Casual Boots tournament. Big thank you to Kianto for tracking for us. Please make sure you drop both of these lovely runners a follow. And either of you have any final comments you'd like to make before we sign off?
I just want to say thank you for the restream. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you very much. And TDG, looking forward to seeing you again. Maybe not right away in brackets, but ladder sometime later. That'd be great.
Sure. That sounds good. GG's, man.
GG's.
All right. Thanks everybody for watching tonight. And that is the end of our broadcast for tonight. Please make sure you are following SpeedGaming's 1 through 6 for all your Link to the Past racing needs. And have a great night, everyone.